Hello, everyone. So this is for my colleagues and students who want to actually get into Bayesian analysis, and this is just a video of how to get started with the software. So you cannot do it just one software for Bayesian because we're going to use what we call STAN. So STAN is a software that been started in Columbia University by Professor Andrew Gelman. Very interesting character. If you're interested in listening to his videos, Andrew Gelman on YouTube talks about Bayesian analysis, and so the software is called Stan, and it is state of the art. It is quite. I've been using that for the last 4 years. Very good. But the thing is that you can't really run Stan directly. I mean, you can, but it requires a lot of programming and stuff. But we can use softwares like R, Python, Shell, MATLAB, Julia, and Stata. So we're going to use R because that's what I'm familiar with. So the first step is to actually, before we even get into Stan, is to get R. So what we'll do is download our studio. That's what you need to type. Some of you might have used our studio, some might not. So that's the first step, okay? So you go and click here. So there are two things. Now you have to first install R and then R Studio. So hopefully you all have Windows. So just go and click it there. Mac, I don't know if I can actually provide you support for that. You can, there is Mac version as well, but this Windows is what I'm going to show you. So first is click here. And if you have R already installed, make sure that you uninstall this because we'll stand, we need the latest version. So click on there, download 4.41, 4.4.1, and it has gone up there. It's installing at the moment, and then you can click on there, or it's downloaded at the moment, I must say. And then you go yes, okay, next. So that's basically what R is done. You just click next. You don't need to change any default settings. They all good. Uh, Go for it, and that's done there. And then after that, we go back here. We go to R Studio. Now, R Studio is what we'll be using. Now, R Studio in itself is a standalone software that we can use for all sorts of analysis, but it's not specialized in Bayesian, right? It doesn't allow you to code to the level you can do in Stan. So that's what we're going to use Stan. And we cannot use directly Stan, what we're using through R. So I'll show you how that actually works. So this R Studio is, there you go. Yes. Next. Here. It's just going to take a bit of time. I'm really excited to bring you to the Bayesian world. It's learning is just a bit steep, but once you get used to it, then there's no limit of what your imagination is. You want to think about, I want my model to be this, and you can code it, right? You're not restricted by the inbuilt options like in Stata, eViews, or whatever you use. You can actually go beyond just your wildest imagination to model whatever you want to model, right? So this is a benefit of that. So let's do our studio. So it's been just about done, finished, brilliant. So then you can close that, and now you can go here and look at our studio. Now our studio, when it opens up for you, it might not open up like these two windows here. So let me just close everything for you. Right, it will be opened up like this for you. Okay. So you just click on this double here, and I just want to show you what this part is, and this is where you do all your command. Let's say 2 + 2, right? And to run that command, you select this line 1, and run, and you see the answer here. See, 2 + 2 + 151 times 2, whatever complicated you want to do. This is what you do, get the answer. And now next line, you want to go, save it. Next line that you go, use, whatever you can type there and do the same thing there. Okay. These are, so for time being, I'll teach you about it, but just have your code like this. Now, this is your command line here, and that's where we need to run all of our Stan. We need to now connect this with Stan. So we need to actually download some Stan aspect of it. So go to your Google and say download CmdStanR, I think. CmdStanR, so let's go for it. Yep. Our interface, so getting started with CMDR stuff. That's what you need to do, okay? So the first step is you go and copy that here and put on the command number one. Now, see this one here? This is just hash means you have coded that line off, because if you don't, then R looks for a command and you try to run this, R is going, oh, we don't know what that is. So just for reminders, right? This is what they're telling us. And this is where you don't put a hash, you can run those. So it want to install some packages. In R, we have to install packages. That means we know if there's some specific complicated calculation, we have to install that package. But anyway, for the time being, just copy and just select this here, run it. Okay, so it says R tool is required. See that here? R tools is required to build our packages, but it's not currently installed. Please download install appropriate version of R tools before proceeding. So keep a note on that. Okay, we'll do that. So R tools is needed. Okay, very, very important. So how do we do R tools? So R tools is completely different stuff. So you can say R tools, tools download here. No, sorry, it's R tools, isn't it? Here you go. Tools, click on there, you go for the latest one here, and yes, here, click on here, it goes in here. Just this is very important part, is our tools, right? So you just go here and let it wait. Done, more than 50% done, 60%, nearly 75%, 80%, 90%, 100%. Done. Brilliant. Click on that. Yes. Next, next, next. Now, just keep in mind that when you download this, make sure you download into your laptop that doesn't really, or desktop that doesn't really have too much stuff on it, because it's running Bayesian software requires a lot of memory power. So ideally, you have a RAM minimum of 16, but possibly 32 GB RAM will be the best, right? If you want to invest in a good new laptop, go for it. Highest RAM, you want to get, because we need more RAM for this, right? And you will notice when you run the Bayesian models, your computer heats up a little bit. It's just because it uses a lot of memory. So don't put on your lap and try to run the model, okay? All right, so let's get this R tools done. So yeah, as soon as you get this first stage done, then you go for R tools the way I showed you, okay? So get that done. R tools. Nearly done. 20%, 80%, 90%, percent. Okay, good news. Just finishing your installation. Right, finish. Brilliant. So let's go back to the All right, so we've done that. Now we just need to run these three commands, okay? It's these four commands basically. So you just go there. When I move to the next line, you press enter, okay? Bit more space. I like to see. So all of these you can select in one go and turn run. Okay. Well, looks like all has been done. Hopefully there is no issue. Now, sometimes what happens when you try to run this, let's say you try to run base plot and there comes an issue saying that it's not found. So for example, let me just give you an example. At the moment it's all good. Suppose it comes with a saying that, let's say you're trying to install uh let's say something called rstan, okay? Let's say you try to install that, right? Just fine. You don't need to do it. See, no package called rstan. Just like that, if you try to this blaze plot, you probably get the same thing. In that case, what you do, you go to install packages and just say base plot. See, it's there. You select this, install. Once you've done that, run the library. It will be okay. So any library you try to add for any particular, R facility, because this that let you basically do run the models, these different codes here. You do this, install this, and then try to run library. Should not be any problem. Okay. Want you to for install it and then pick it out from the library. Okay. So for that, we all good at the moment. Now, what is the next stage here? Done that, and now we just need to check this, right? Copy and check that. Make sure that it's been installed correctly. So you run this thing here. R240 installation, but tool chain was not installed. So we want to run this. Run CmdStanR. Right. So just select this. CmdStan. Check CmdStan to fix here. Right. Select this and here and run. This is brilliant. Yeah, this is the command you need to do. So I'm just keeping that here. So once you've done that, hopefully it is all good. This takes a bit of time, okay? Hopefully you'll be able to do this, will not have much problem. Just gonna arrange this because before that we check that we need to do this. So here. Oh wow, it's been done. So let's have a look here. So wow, that's good news, right? So according to this picture also it says, right, okay, this seems to be installed by calling install CmdStanR course 2. So just run that as well. Lastly, just run that as well. Okay, so course 2. Good. Okay. Right. So yep, okay. So we don't need to really do anything about that. So this is fine here. All right. So the only thing we have is that after that we just need to do install our tools. Right. That's what we need to do. And then after that, so this is what we call. Let's say this was step 1, right, and this was step 2, right. So step 1, and then this is step 2, right? And after that was this is step 3. So all this, so all this command here, I'm not putting a link here because you have to go and search R tool and install it. Can't install direct from R, right? You have to Google this R tools and do it. And step 3 includes all these three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4, run all. And then step Step 4 is this here. You run this, and then after that, it's all good. Now I just need to do a check, see that if it's all running. So let me just have a look here. File, stand program. Let me just have a look here whether it works or not, or I'll just. You don't have to do this, but I'm just checking for myself. Okay, that, and then I do this command here. Let's have a look if I can. Okay, that's good. Execute file. Just checking, just make sure that it's running. Okay, and then I select these. Wow, look at that. You run your first Bayesian model. This is great. And you can see your summary. Wow, this is awesome, right? Okay, so everything is working well. Good. So step 4, and this will be step 5, and from there will be step 6. Step 6 here. Okay, so all of this will be step 6. So if you manage to run this and get an answer like that, then you're all good, all set to go. And what I will do, I'll save this for you and I will send this to you. Okay, so you can watch the video, and at the same time you can run this command as well. So watch the video and run the command. Let's have a look. What do I have here? Special issue. No, I created a. Maybe it's somewhere here, our project area. Uh, our studio stand installation guide. Okay, and I will send this to you. So this is brilliant. Thank you very, very much. Okay.